Disclaimer before we even get started, I am blind, and so if the visuals of this video leave something to be desired, then it's because I don't have the ability to look in the viewfinder and say, oh man, this would look a lot better if I would adjust this or that. So, there's good news and bad news. The good news is I finally got that limit on videos lifted. That really wasn't that hard. I don't know what I was waiting for. I mean, it took a little bit of doing. But it's not that bad. It was easy enough that I was able to do it without sighted help. That's the good news. The bad news is, apparently, apparently there is one thing that in trying to go down this road of potentially making money on this. Now, do I expect to be the next iJustine or the next Adele Ramcharan or the next, I don't know, whoever some of these massive YouTubers are out there? I'm not setting my sights that high. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I can't even try if I don't. I mean, there's no way it can happen if I don't try. So I tried to head down that road tonight, and when it comes to, I've gotten as far as trying to set the AdSense account up. And, of course, I don't know what people would want to, I'm not sure what people would want to advertise on, but, well, and that's something else. I guess I need to actually monetize videos. I am not sure how to do that, but I can't even start to monetize if I don't have an AdSense account, apparently. And, I'm going to have to get sighted assistance on this AdSense setup, apparently, because I could not. I've tried like 3 or 4 times now to move on, and it doesn't seem to want to let me move on. I think it wants me to change something in this combo box. The thing is, listening to my screen reader, which is a program that reads the screen out loud for people like me who can't read the screen ourselves because we can't see the screen, it looks like what's currently selected in the combo box is correct. So why it doesn't like that, I don't know. But I'm going to have to get somebody who can see to either click on that button, because the only way to click on it is by doing it specifically with the mouse, or the sighted person is going to have to say, okay, it accepted that, but here's what we're stuck on now. I mean, I don't seem to be able to figure out why we're stuck and why we can't move on. So I just decided this was getting frustrating enough and just closed down the whole thing for now. And I've waited this long. I can wait until I can get someone to help me get that set up. In the meantime, tonight is far from a complete loss, because it no longer matters if we're at 14 minutes and 23 seconds or 26 minutes and 18 seconds or an hour, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, this time really doesn't make any difference anymore, because it's now finally fair to me. You know, I see all these YouTubers that I enjoy watching their videos. They've got 30, 45 minute long videos. Well, now I can too. So I'm happy about that. Yay. I just discovered a possible way to save my videos without having to, I just had to wipe some stuff off of my iPod, my YouTube camera, iPod, whatever you want to call it, because I tried to upload today's vlog onto my camera roll, and it said there's not enough space to do anything. You've got to free something up. And I'm like, okay, let me check. Recently deleted. There was nothing in there. I didn't expect there to be anything in there. I was like, iMovie itself, with all the projects, must be taking up too much space. So I wiped some stuff out. And then in the course of successfully getting the 15-minute video limit lifted, and then like finally discovering the Creator Studio thing on the computer, and et cetera, et cetera. Something said that it allows you to import your whatever using Google Photos. And I'm like, I'm perfectly happy with iMovie, thank you. However, I got to thinking about it a couple of minutes ago. I was like, is that a way to store videos within Google so I don't have to either have it saved on my phone or my iPod in this case, or have to just wipe them out? And that's exactly what the description was. I searched for Google Photos, and that's exactly what the app description says. Save your photos and videos in Google Photos. It's a video and photo storage thing where you can save your videos and photos in here and never have to worry about running out of space on your phone again. I'm like, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. I don't know if it's going to be accessible or not. I hope it is. But really, even if it's not, if only Google Photos and iMovie can like each other enough so that I can save a project or a recording into my camera roll so that I can get it up onto YouTube, and then also save it in Google Photos. I mean, that's it. I could save it in Google Photos. There it is. If I ever want it again, it's in Google Photos. And I can just wipe it out of here and free up space. I'm still probably going to get the YouTube iPhone just because I prefer the iPhone microphones to this microphone. Or the iPhone's ability to create movies or projects or whatever in the same bit rate or sample rate or bot rate or whatever. I'm not a techno geek, okay? Or at least not in terms of video or audio specs, you know. The point is the iPhone can save things that are in whatever. The iPhone uploads videos from iMovie just as fast as the iPod does, but it sounds so much better. So I don't know what the difference is, but I still probably will get the iPhone for that purpose. But I was just thinking tonight, do I need to think about getting a 128 gig device because of this? And now with this Google Photos option, it doesn't look like I'm going to have to worry about it. I mean, it doesn't matter. And if the Google Photos thing doesn't work, then I don't know, I could like my own YouTube videos or something if they meant that much to me, because or record them in some other way or something, because it's pretty clear that give it a month or two and 64 gigs will disappear really quickly. So see, 10 minutes and some odd seconds. Before, I would have said, okay, I don't know what I'm going to call this, but I'm going to have to come up with the title of this, and I don't know, call it a supplemental vlog for tonight and put it up, because I'm going to run out of time before I can do anything else. Might I possibly wrap it up anyway and post it just because tomorrow's another day? Maybe. But do I have to? No, not anymore. That is so cool. Okay, I think I've got it set up. I just downloaded this app, and I'm pretty sure I've got it set up, and it turns out I don't even have to do it that way. I don't even have to try to sync it up with with Google Photos. All I have to do is save the video to the camera roll, and from the way it seems, I believe that the Google Photos app will do the rest, because I told it to sync up with this device. And I'll just do the same thing when I get my iPhone. So that's pretty awesome. Even if I did have to do it through iMovie, if iMovie and iPhotos work that way, I mean Google Photos work that way, I could do it. I could still do it. Sometimes you have no idea what you're missing, and when you finally bother to look, you open the door to something totally awesome. And again, I don't know that I'm gonna turn into the next Adele Ramcharan, who had a job or a series of jobs that she honestly couldn't stand, and discovered YouTube and said, forget the workforce, I'm just going to make YouTube my job. And a lot of people have done that, and they've made a great income doing it. And sure, it would be nice if I could do that, but I'm not necessarily going to set my heart on that. Or it might happen, but it's going to take years, maybe. I mean, who knows what could happen. But the difference between the potential with YouTube and the potential with the other two businesses that I tried, the other two kind of work at home businesses that I've tried, were for one thing, you had to be willing to build and manage and lead and run a team in order to have any kind of level of success, and I'm just not into that. So those were destined to failure. But another difference between the potential here and the potential for even the last one I tried, the last business I tried, was I don't have to have a monthly, I don't believe there's any kind of monthly fee to have anything to do with this. I think you just get paid you know, when you get enough views and subscriptions and, um, to make the monetization, you have to make at least $100 off of your videos before you can expect a check. And if you don't make that kind of money in a month, you just don't get paid that month. You're not necessarily losing money. That was the problem with my last business. I was honestly paying for something that wasn't paying me back enough to compensate for what I was spending on it. And let's just call it cost of living increases happened. And I just finally had to say, I hate to say I'm losing money, but I kind of am. And this isn't paying me what I was hoping it would, and I just can't keep pumping the life into it anymore, and I had to close it down. With this is a brand new baby YouTube channel. Or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's a brand new embryo of a YouTube channel. That was conceived almost 10 months ago. But unlike your average pregnancy, it takes a lot longer for the, quote, pregnancy or the development to actually happen. So the bottom line is, might this lead into something where I can actually get money off of this? It might. But number one, if it doesn't, it's not the end of my world, because I'm not going into this banking on that from the beginning. And, if it happens that way, it happens that way. Great. But also, it can't happen that way until there's a AdSense account connected to it. And I'm just going to need help figuring out what's holding me back there. That's just all there is to it. So, with that said, I am going to go ahead and wrap this up, because it wouldn't make sense to have a 15-minute, as I'm sure this has turned into, vlog that was tonight and then go into the next day and vlog for like half an hour. And then you got an hour-long vlog or 45-minute vlog that really could have been split up. Just because I'm allowed to have $90-minute long videos if I really want to, doesn't mean I have to. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. And if you're liking what you're seeing, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And, what you actually have here is a new YouTuber and a wannabe daily vlogger, or at least many times a week vlogger, trying to make vlogs out of everyday life. It's kind of boring. I mean, it's okay for me, but I hope as you watch these things, you're not bored out of your mind. But anyway, like I said, if you're actually enjoying what you're seeing, I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.